I hope your week has been off to a good start. Where is everybody?
Good afternoon.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
So, how has your week been?
Interesting. That's been an interesting week.
Great. Plenty of work, yeah. Don't
Yes.
worry, we'll soon be over, and then you'll start looking for us. But then we would have moved on to another set of founders. Anyway, yeah, so it's all good, and nice to see you all again. And so we'll just jump straight into the session for today. It's the go-to-market and scale session. Go-to-market and scale session. And the goal primarily is to help you finalize the strong go-to-market plan. And so already for your feedback presentations, you've already started to work on a bit of it, which you'll be presenting to the mentors for feedback. So the mentors will be also making presentations or speaking to these various areas on how you can have a strong plan, go-to-market plan. So they'll be looking at how you can prioritize your go-to-market initiatives at the beginning of a business. Also, how to evaluate different models for growing the business, how to develop marketing messages that resonate with your target customers. Also, what are the best techniques to test your messaging and customer acquisition channels, how to measure conversion rates, unit economics, then how to set growth goals, how to develop a growth plan, and how to leverage advisors to set and develop your growth goals. Also, part of your deliverables, your sprint this week is, choosing your advisors. And it's not just about choosing, some big names, So there are different roles that advisors need to play in your organization. So one is technology expert, a marketing expert, and then a domain expert, someone who has domain expertise in your particular field or sector. So that is, so those, tips have been shared in your sprint, and I've looked through, some are getting it right, some are not. So another tip I would say is also look within the pool of mentors that we have within FI, and also it will be a wise decision to also look within, because they understand, the startup ecosystem, and since you've also interacted with them. So if they're not busy, you also want to, get them onto your board. And you do this with the aid of the advisory board agreements, which is, the template is there for your use. The templates are founder friendly. So we don't want you going off to meet an advisor and they're giving you all kinds of stringent terms. Okay, so those templates have the right, because it's an incentivized role. Okay, you are going to be offering some equity and all of that for, depending on how many hours they are putting in and what it is they are helping you to do. So it's important that you make use of that tool. And what else again? Yes, so that's um, you know, about leveraging your advisors. But however, your incorporation deadline is round the corner. That's on the 10th. And for those who are still in the process, let's have your updates. Why, and for those who have incorporated already, we expect that you sign what is called the equity collective. If you're still having questions about the equity collective, please contact HQ Legal to answer the questions you have. But if you fail to sign the equity collective, you'll be dropped out of the program. If you already have some FI mentors on your advisory board or on, you will not be allowed. They will all be informed and they cannot, assist you further. Okay, because the equity collective and all of that goes to all the stakeholders within the system. So that's how that works, and that's how FI is set up to operate. So we'll do some Q&A at the end of the the session, and as usual, we'll have the hot seats. Some of you will be pitching, and then of course the feedback presentation, pitch prep. You're all expected to have your slides prepared, for presentation and for feedback. I see that some of you have also asked for an extension. That does not exempt you from preparing your slides because you need the mentors to give you the feedback. You need, if for whatever reason that you're asking for an extension, you need the mentors to give you, so if you miss that opportunity, I mean, it's like shooting yourself in the foot. Okay, because you're not going to be able to get that feedback or all of that time and attention during office hours, as things move very, very fast during the program. So that's the what we have on the plate for this afternoon. And we're expecting 5 mentors. So, but we're saying just frankly in here, any message from Uju? I hope they're not mixing updates. Uju, Azuka, Salisu. Yeah, so this is 211. Okay, so but in the meantime, so let's welcome Franklin Kamang Ngazo, who is the co-founder of Vitamin C and S. He owns his own company, which is called Betrave.org, which was formed in 2021, that specializes in online trading and advisory on financial markets. So he's a tech expert. He's an independent consultant as well and coach, and has been mentoring, entrepreneurs, including the Tony Lumelu. So his skills include financial consulting, project management, and a whole lot. He's worked with the Tiger brands at different levels before he formed Betray. So you already know him and interacted with him already, most of you. So, and also an award winner. So his link is in the profile, and you can connect and contact with him. Also, Uzo Ujinaka, who is CEO of Traders for Africa, is also expected to join in today. We'll share her LinkedIn profile. We're familiar with her already. She's been on the one of I think about 2 sessions. Also, we have Dr. Sally Suba, who is the founder of NatWest. His link profile is also in the being shared in the chat box. He's a diligent procurement and supply chain leader with track record, of exceeding ambitious business objectives. He's based in the UK, and his top skills include contract management, government procurement, supply chain consulting, etc. And has had footprints in research, analysis, of course, business development, also advising tech startups. He's global advisory chair for Green STEM initiative, and a whole lot. Also, Zuma Yaya is founding and managing partner of Bubid Africa. She's a seasoned growth and strategic specialist with over 15 years of experience. She's a trained accountant and computer scientist with a master's degree in entrepreneurship and currently running her PhD. So we'll also share her LinkedIn profile. Also joining is Azuka Chukwuele, who is a founding and managing partner of Trust Ugabi LLC, a seasoned operations management executive and management consultant. And her top skills include business analysis, strategic analytics, supply chain management, and sales and operations. She's a member of the Forbes Business Council, partner at Hebel Goodness, and a whole lot more. So also her LinkedIn profile is being shared. So welcome everyone, welcome mentors, and as they join us, we'll give them the platform. Yes. Okay, Azukego is just joining. So okay, Azuka, are you here? We just finished introducing you. So I'm still not having connection problems. So anyway, welcome while you sort out your, we can't see you though, so you can turn on your video. Yeah. So welcome Azuka and welcome Franklin, thanks. Yeah. So we'll just progress with the rest of the items on the agenda. Mr. Shegun will move things forward from this point. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Lydia. So we'll move on as usual with the working group report. So let's run that quickly. The growth to market is a very wonderful and practical session. So I really want us to get things moving on fast. So let's start quickly with the icons. Icons, your report quickly.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay,
Afternoon.
so the icons working group, we created a WhatsApp page, and then we decided on the day that we're going to be meeting, which is Fridays by 8:30 p.m. So we had our first meeting last Friday, and the discussion centered around how you'll be able to meet up with the incorporation deadline, and how we are going to, what's challenges we are facing with meeting up with the deliverables. And afterwards, conversations continued on the WhatsApp group. So that's my report.
Okay, thank you very much. Next is influencers. Influencers.
Abubakar is absent, so someone can substitute for him.
Okay, Abubakar is absent. Okay, who else? See Michael Emmanuel Abubakar Kabiru, Oyemani, and Dosubi, who is filling in for. Okay, Michael.
Okay, we had a meeting on Tuesday. It was well attended. Sorry, on Sunday, it was well attended by 4 people, and we discussed about equity, and we got insight in what it means, and it was a very well attended meeting, and we enjoyed it.
Okay, thank you. Next is legends.
Yeah, hello everyone. Good afternoon.
Yeah, we had our first ever meeting as a working group on Sunday. It was agreed, 5 p.m. We use Google Meet as the location. Aside that, we have a WhatsApp group where we converse as well. So members of the group attended the meeting and we discussed about our successes for the week, as well as our challenges. And each of us gave our 2 cents on how to approach these challenges. We also talked about, booking more office hours with mentors so as to talk about where we are in the program vis-a-vis where we are heading to. And specifically, we also talk about capitalization table because most of us had, should I say, issues understanding how to go about it. Yeah, so that's basically the report. And we converse on WhatsApp after the meeting, of course. Thank you.
Okay, so finally, Masters, do you guys have a working group president yet?
Yes.
And who is that?
That'll be me.
Okay. Okay, let's have your report.
Yeah, so we actually just hit the ground running because we're the same members in the same team. And we talked about getting incorporated and where each startup was in our journey. We're also able to clarify and also talk about adding, the reason why, the importance of adding more revenue models to what we have had already. It seemed like as if it was a little bit different from the one rule, which had to do with one revenue model, but we explained the fact that we had reached a certain stage now where we had to now begin to add other revenue models, as we keep moving forward. We also went through the recent sprint and our progress within that sprint. And we also spoke on the co-founder agreements and other agreements needed to be signed.
Okay. So thank you, guys. I encourage you guys to keep the conversations going on in your various groups so you would be able to take the full benefits from each other and the networking. Okay, quickly, 6 people to pitch. I hope you're all ready. I'll be calling you out in this order, so just be ready. Mohammed Shamsuddin, Emmanuel Edili, Michael Emmanuel, Peace Bello, Joel Opapi, Babatunde Balogun. I'll repeat again, and in that order, please be ready with your slides. Mohammed Shamsuddin, Emmanuel Edili, Michael Emmanuel, Peace Bello, Joel Opapi, and Babatunde Balogun. So let's start off immediately. Start off immediately with Shamsuddin. Shamsuddin, are you ready? Shamsuddin? Catherine, is it in? Just do a quick check for me.
Is that done?
Huh?
Is that done?
Okay, so we'll move on straight. Next will be Emmanuel. Emmanuel, you can get your just hang on a minute. Let me also get myself ready. And then apologies. I have how many mentors? I have Franklin. So I'll be mixing it up with Franklin and also
Mohammed is just joining.
Okay, Mohammed is in. It is already up. I'm talking about the mentors. I have just Franklin in, and then so I'll be bouncing it between Franklin, Lady A. Yes. And so we'll all give feedback. Just hang on there. Let me just get, the first feedback we'll get for you will be from Franklin. So just hang on there. Let me get some things ready for you. Just for the mentors, there was an assignment for them, which is what they expected to present to us. The assignment was for them to present a 3-slide presentation. The first slide will include their latest one-sentence speech. The second slide will be their value proposition. And the third slide will be their target acquisition channels. So today we're primarily looking at their one-sentence speech, their value proposition, and their target acquisition channels. This speech will most likely, it will not include other aspects, and they're supposed to give you, do this and do this within 1 minute. Having saying that, let's move on to the first person here. And let me get my timer ready. So, okay. Emma, when you're ready, your 1 minute starts to get feedback from Franklin. I see you have more than 3 slides.
I thought this was the 3-minute pitch.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. Sorry about that. Apologies, guys. Sorry. The 3-minute speech, sorry. Apologies. You know, there's so many things working in your head. Okay, we'll get feedback from Franklin. Yeah, start. Yeah, apologies, founders, please. Okay.
Okay. Can you see my slide?
Yeah, your slide is clear?
You can see it?
Yes, your slide is okay. So when you start, I'll start timing you.
Okay. Good afternoon. I'm Emmanuel Idili, co-founder of ChangeApp, a cash-to-digital payment solution that allows merchants to give customers digital change from cash transactions. In the US alone, 15 billion in loose change is dispensed annually, creating inconvenience for consumers and costing retailers billions in change orders and cash register management. This is inefficient and costly. ChangeApp transforms physical change into digital currency, integrating seamlessly with existing point-of-sale systems like Clover and Verifone. This not only simplifies transactions, but also provides a secure and fast experience for consumers and a strong return on investment for merchants. The market potential is significant. Our total addressable market of $505 million, which is 1.5% fee on $42 billion in annual change dispensed. Our serviceable addressable market is $209 million, which is 1.5% on $17 billion change from Gen Zs and millennials. And our serviceable obtainable market is $10 million, which is 5% of the serviceable addressable market. Gen Z's liquidity is projected to reach 30 trillion by 2030. With strong brand loyalty towards alternative payment methods. Currently, 19% of all payments in the US are made in cash, highlighting the need for innovative solutions like ChangeApp. Our revenue comes from a $5 monthly subscription fee for merchants, consumer transaction fee of 1.5%, translating to $10 million annual revenue. Also, we are on discounts on gift cards. We're partnering with Cross River Bank and targeting small to medium-sized retail franchises. Our strategy includes nationwide search engine optimization and social media campaigns, promotional giveaways like 2 months free subscriptions, and also airing on Fox 5 News to reach new customers in the Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area. For 3 months, from April 2023, we processed over $35,000 in transaction value, onboarded 85 merchants and 450 users, and are in partnership talks with Visa, Clover, and Verifone. Change App competes with Acorns, Cash App, and PayPal by offering a unique cash to digital payment method, easing cash register management for merchants and eliminating physical change for consumers. Our team includes experts like Afua Amoa in investment strategy and Chidum Okwe in technology, ensuring we have the experience and skills to scale Change App successfully. We are raising $2 million to reach over 1 million active users per month with an annual recurring revenue of 10 million. We've already raised over $400,000 from friends, family, and angel investors and completed integrations with major partnerships. Thank you for your time, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. That was right on time.
Yes,
Okay, we
thank
get
you.
feedback from
Thank you,
get
Emmanuel.
feedback
Thank you.
from Franklin.
So thank you also for your time. You did an inspiring presentation. I just have just a few observations. I just have two main observations. The first observation is that your presentation was a little crowded to be heard in a short amount of time. Maybe for the 3 minute speech, maybe you can highlight just 2 points because it was looking a bit too crowded. And the second point is that at the beginning you were a bit too fast. So you don't need to present everything in the details. So if you can just focus on the most important elements so that you can understand. At the end you improve the pace, but at the beginning you were a bit too fast. But overall, I think it's a nice presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You want to give him a rating? 1, 2, 4, 5. 1 awful, 2 bad, 4 good, 5 amazing. Yeah, Franklin, you want to give rating?
So I
You're
will
muted.
give him for hello. Yeah, for me it's for good.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Great. Thank you. I see Mohammed Shamsuddin is in. Okay, Mohammed Shamsuddin, put up your slides. You're pitching next. I will get feedback from Lady A. For you, we get feedback from Lady A. Shamsuddin. Is Shamsuddin? I saw him in the room. Okay. Mohammed Shamsuddin. Founders, I need us to switch on our cameras. I need to see who is in. Please, Bello, switch on your camera. Mohammed Shamsuddin, on your camera. Mohammed Shamsuddin. Catherine, I'm assuming is not in on this call. Kindly knock him off and please mark him as absent for the session. Okay, we'll move on to the next person. Michael Emmanuel, get feedback from Lady A. Michael Emmanuel, get feedback from Lady A. Michael Emmanuel.
I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. I hope my screen is sharing, right? Sorry.
Your screen is showing.
Okay.
When you start, your
I'm
time
about
will
to
start
start.
the moment you.
Okay.
Okay.
My name is Emmanuel
So when you
Michael
start,
Lechi. My name is Emmanuel Michael Lechi, and I'm the founder of Konix Oil. I have been an oil and gas consultant for 10 years, and I'm also a web and mobile app developer. So the problem we have is that 35% of people are not happy with the way they buy or source for petroleum products, and we have the source that prove this. And that's why we are launching Konix app that help people to buy petroleum products conveniently, even with their mobile phone. What makes Konix unique is that with Konix app, people are able to order or locate petroleum products. They're also able to know the distance between them and petroleum seller around them. And they are also able to know the price of petroleum products ahead. They are able to see the ratings of sellers around them, be informed of availabilities, and even be informed of traffic in the fill station if they are in hurry. So we have already tried our application, and people love it so much that when we went for app test, we have 45 persons who onboarded as sellers, and also we had over 100 people who tried to buy product using our application. Our revenue model is commission. We earn money per liter from every product sold on our platform. And with this revenue we are able to make 6 million naira, $6 million if you have 50,000 subscribers in 1 year. Our market size is 400 million. According to statistics, there are over 400 million petroleum sellers around the world, and we hope to capture this market. Uh, the way we are different from others is that our app is very convenient. It is real time, it is global, unlike other conventional mobile sellers who are not real time, who are not convenient, and who are not global. Uh, our go to market strategy is feed marketing, and also we reward our marketers who promote our platform. We have experienced people in my team, me myself, and also from TAR. These people have years of experience in whatever they are doing as software engineers, as lawyers, and also marketers. We are seeking investment of $200,000 to complement the development of Konix. Thank you.
Thank you. Get feedback from Lady A.
Okay, so thank you for that pitch. Great idea. However, your presentation and is cluttered. The slides, the templates you've used is seriously cluttered. And so the information is not, is not that clear. Does not come clear because of the clutter in the way you have done the presentation. And we've given you lots and lots of templates. So we're going to give you an epic sprint after this so that you will reformat, redesign your presentation, your deck. I would like to see 3 different versions of your deck until we get, the one that, communicates what you are doing clearly and is easy to understand and not information jumbled up on the presentation slide. And then in this, describing your team, who is that using the phone? Please bump him out of the room. Who is this sharing this? Stop sharing. Yes, I'm still giving feedback to Mike Lechi. So Michael, and then in describing your team, you said they are experts, or in the different things that they do. That's not the best way to describe your team members. What is it that they do? It's stated there, but what is it that they do? And it's good to highlight their different roles and how they make a strong team. Then also in your pitch deck, I'm seeing mistakes, spelling mistakes. That's also off-putting. So that's the feedback that I have for you. And so I'll enter my score into at the back end. And other mentors too will do the same. Yeah, enter their scores privately.
So mentors, please just use the link and score those who are joining. So we'll move quickly on. Next person off will be Peace Bello, and we'll get feedback from Franklin. Peace Bello, and we'll get feedback from Franklin.
All right, good afternoon. Can you see my screen?
Yes, your screen is clear. We'll get feedback from Franklin.
All right, let me know when I should start.
When you start, your time starts. So just pick your time.
Okay, all right. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Peace Bello, co-founder of Chemotronics, and we are working to boost farmers' profits using carbon credits, that is, via the emissions farmers offsets on their farm produce. We've talked with a lot of farmers, and one of the things we've noticed is that they struggle to break even in their operations, and we are looking for ways to help them unlock more sources of revenue. Having identified carbon credits as a major tool, we want to expand and help farmers unlock more opportunities via these markets. And this is what we are offering. We are targeting about $100 to $200 million in revenue over the next 5 years for farmers in Nigeria, while also ensuring they can contribute towards offsetting emissions across the globe. Our product consists of a marketplace whereby farmers sell their carbon credits, and we are connecting them to organizations interested in buying the carbon credits, creating a win-win solution for both farmers and organizations, helping them to make more revenue and unlocking more sustainable means of farming across the country. Our business model is very simple and is based on the number of carbon credits we can help them to transact in coming months. And we have done an estimated timeline of how we want to go about this. Currently, the market size in Nigeria is about $450 billion. In Africa, we have $50 billion, and globally, $500 billion, as verified by the African Carbon Market Initiative. And as seen on this dashboard, we can see that the agricultural sector is the most viable at about $9 to $15 per ton of CO2 equivalent. In regards to competitors, we are very much suited when looking at the unique offerings in terms of real-time reporting and ensuring there is data that is very immutable, which means it can be trusted and there is no alteration, and our data is very, very much reliable. Currently, we are in talks with a lot of farmers, and we want to expand that in coming weeks to leverage and build more relationships to scale our solution. In regards to our market strategy, we plan to do a lot of pilot testing across farms by offering free IoT devices to track emissions. And we also want to provide technological training, which will sound as incentives for those who are utilizing our platform. On the team, we have Bolu, who has been involved with product development with various startups in Nigeria, which is also an entrepreneur who has run a personal business. And Victor has experience with agricultural startups in Nigeria and is also a top-rated data scientist. They're also supported by advisors Jordan Woods and Radica, who are based in the US and have a lot of expertise with enterprise blockchain and with government agencies.
The time is up. I think it was even bumped out. Okay. Is it still in? It's been bumped out. Okay. Franklin, ratings and feedback for you.
Oh, okay. Can I give the feedback now?
You listen. Yeah, you listen to the recordings of this, and then so you can go on.
Okay. Yes, my first feedback was about maybe the pace. I don't know if it was the internet connection, it was cutting at some parts. And based on what he presented, the other feedback is about, first of all, it's about using a different part, using a bit technical stuff like carbon credit. So when you are doing the presentation with a lot of people from different backgrounds that do not understand clearly what is carbon credit, I think it could have been said in a way that is simple for everyone here to understand what is a carbon credit, make it easy to understand by everyone. My second point was that some of the slides, I don't know, like the team part was a bit too crowded. And in his presentation, he does not focus on the, I would say, the key stakeholders, the main stakeholders, apart from farmers, like the organizations that are going to purchase the carbon credits, because I've seen maybe his go-to-market strategy is not clear enough how he will establish the bond with those organizations purchasing carbon credits. So I did not get that part very clear. So that's my feedback. Thank you.
Okay. Ratings for him?
Yes, then I also have feedback from him. His solution slide says he's targeting 100 to $200 million in the next, is it 18 months or 20 months? And then the market size for carbon credit is 400 million. So is that realistic? Is $400 million? Is that a realistic projection?
Okay.
You know, and also on the team, you don't have anyone in marketing. You are all technocrats. So please, that needs a lot of work. And then clearly, what is carbon credit to investorhood or people who are not, you know, what is carbon credit and how? You know, so that the roadmap does not explain properly how the farmers can earn, you know, carbon credits as an extra income from their operations. It's not clear. It's not clear.
Okay. So mentors, please rate the link provided. We'll move on to the next
sorry,
person
apologies.
There. Great.
Apologies. Hi. I had a very quick
Hi,
feedback, please. Hi. I'm
Yes,
sorry, I had
please
network
do.
issues at the beginning.
Okay, hi.
Okay. So Mike, I have had some experience with this kind of business, and I really want to just listen to what the last mentor said. While there's nobody, no expert on marketing on your team, it's a very big gap, because the biggest part of your business is trying to get the farmers on board, you know, trying to sell it to them, you know. So if you're not looking at that, you have a big opportunity there. Please go back to the drawing board, because you will have a fantastic product. You won't be able to sell it to the users. Thank you.
Thank you, Azuka. Okay, so Joel, you're next. And we'll be getting feedback from Azuka. Joel, you're next. And we'll be getting feedback from Azuka.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joel Okpapi. I am the founder of Creative. Creative is building a unified marketplace for creatives to manage equipment transactions effortlessly. And the creatives in question here are photographers, videographers, digital content creators, and all other classes of creatives. But I'm focusing right now on freelance photographers. So what's the problem that I'm building this solution for? Currently, creatives get their transactions from different platforms, which brings us to the case of fragmented marketplace. And this causes, this is time consuming, this leads to low productivity, and this also leads to inefficient deals. So what Creatives is doing is bringing all of these parts into one. We are unifying this equipment transaction to help them save time, to help them get to improve their productivity, and to help them get quality equipment at very good deals. Currently, with my market research, I've gotten 60% interest from the people I've interviewed, the creatives I've interviewed, and I've gotten 60% interest in a centralized platform like what Creative is building. Also, insights from my research, 70% of respondents replied that they are not satisfied with the current existing platforms, where they have to go to different platforms to get their equipment transactions. I also did a pre-launch campaign, and I got 250 people that have money waiting for me to bring this product to life. My business model is basically transaction fee model, because I had two models. I had to do a research. There was subscription, and then there was transaction. Africans generally are averse to subscription. They want to enjoy the product first, see if it's good for them before they put their money down. So for now, I'm going with my transaction fee model. For my markets, I'm looking at a 2 trillion worldwide market, $2 trillion for the worldwide market. For Africa, my SAM, I'm looking at 150 million in Africa. And my serviceable obtainable market, which is Nigeria, that I'm starting with, I'm looking at 30 million. And I'm starting with freelance photographers, like I mentioned, and they are closely related also to videographers. They go hand in hand. My major competitors right now are Jumia, Konga, and Gigi. I have direct competitors. I have indirect competitors like the brick and mortar stores in the market. And I have DIY and AI. Right now, AI can generate some videos for you, and that is also a competitor I should keep in mind. And my source that makes me different is my centralized market approach, my customer service, and also the rental options and the community parts to the service I'm providing. My go-to-market strategy is targeted digital campaigns, partnerships, and content marketing. I'm Joel, I'm a product manager. I have experience in e-commerce, retail, and fintech. And this is the amount I'm looking at raising, and this is a breakdown. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Get feedback from Azuka. Azuka.
Yes, I am
You're
right
muted.
here.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Joel. I'm trying to, sorry, give me a moment, please.
Okay.
Yes, put up
Okay,
the
apologies. So I'm in the Chamber of
written
Commerce.
chat.
We have the Wednesday Chamber of Commerce meeting. So apologies, I'm in transit kind of. Okay, so Joel, fantastic presentation. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're okay.
Okay. So I like the fact that you have done your homework in terms of doing your competitive research. Your business is your business model is how do you put it? It's something that what is available today is very critical. So I like the fact that you've looked at AI, you've looked at the Jumias of the world, the people who sell products and all that. You know, the issue with your kind of business is it's high value, you know. Equipment is high value. So you might want to think about the rental, or more specifically the model where equipment can be reused. You know, might be a healthier model for you to think about. Then more importantly, I didn't hear your competitive advantage. You know, while you did your competitor analysis, what is your competitive advantage? What are you selling differently that will make this group of consumers come to you? Then, secondly, you're looking at Africa and the rest of the world, right? So how are you planning to scale? You know, I also see that you have plans. You have the right people on the team, but I didn't hear your customer acquisition strategy. And you know, and I think it's a recurring thing. You might have a fantastic product, but if your customer acquisition strategy is not tight, you will have a product, but you won't be able to get to the consumer. So I think that's my summary. You know, I hear you know your value proposition. You know, I hear that, but I don't hear your competitive advantage, and that's what will differentiate you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Rating link provided. You want to rate him 1, 2, 4, and 5. No middle ground.
Oh, I rate him right here or rate him in the link?
Okay, anyone you want
Use
to
the
drop?
link.
In the link is fine.
The link.
The link.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, great. Okay, and also you'll be rating others, please. So all mentors, please, you'll be rating all founders that pitched today, the hot seat. Thank you. And then we'll move on to Balogun. And after Balogun, I'll give Shamsuddin one more trial to see if he's ready. Balogun, and we'll get feedback from Franklin. Yes, we'll get feedback from Franklin. Balogun, we'll get feedback from Franklin.
Okay, thank you. So
hold on a minute. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, you can start.
So good day, everyone. Have you ever needed data in Africa and found it inaccessible or poor quality? Many founders at Founders Institute must have faced these challenges. The importance of academic, market, and social research for making informed decisions that drive growth and sustainability cannot be overemphasized. My name is Balogun Babatunde, and I'm developing ResearchGains, the largest open data intelligence platform for Africa. Our software focuses on data collection, documentation, and accessibility tailored specifically for Africa. In Africa, particularly Nigeria, data quality is generally low. Data collection is often time-consuming, expensive, and prone to tampering and fraud, compounded by poor data documentation infrastructure. So these issues contribute significantly to underdevelopment in Nigeria. ResearchGains addresses these problems by connecting researchers with their target respondents. Our platform offers data discovery, survey creation, respondent outreach, and analysis with built-in earning potentials. Users can create forms, target respondents locally, receive real-time feedback and visual analysis, and also access and download data sets for free. We validate respondent demography using their national identification details. In the past 4 months, we have generated $700 in revenue, engaged over 2,000 respondents, and supported 20 researchers. We have also secured our copyright and trademark. Our business model, serves both organizations and individuals. So we are having the B2B2C and the C2C. And our market size is $62.41 billion. And we project 30 million in revenue over the next 5 years with a net profit of $9 million. Our open data bank with free access to factual data sets us apart from our competitors. And our direct competitors are not targeting the African market. And we are targeting the African market. So we aim to collaborate with universities and form partnerships with various organizations within the next 6 months. We are seeking for $100,000 to acquire 100,000 users for our platform. And our team include Kunle Oreagba with over 6 years of public health research, Salami, a data genius, Salami Muiz, and myself, Balogun Babatunde, a data engineer with over 7 years of experience. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Tunde.
Okay. Yes, thank you.
Get feedback
Thank
from
you.
Franklin.
Yes, thank you very much for your presentation. My first observation is that you're starting the presentation by maybe showing that a value that you can provide to founder institute startups. But directly you go to research theoretical, I was a bit lost. So I just want to raise your attention that maybe if you want your presentation to go very flow, try to a bit to adapt it to your audience. Because it was like you were using a bit of lot of technical stuffs, and it's like you are already pitching in front of your target market because you are once of the customers that you want to serve are in front of you here today. I'm not sure if everyone here today have listened to all the benefits that you are offering them and how you will be helping them, even for their business, for their startup to go to market or to go. When you deliver the presentation, I think it was a bit too technical. So if you try a bit to connect with the audience, to the language of the audience, to the style, so that they can grasp everything that you are saying, I think it will be very great by using even simpler terms, maybe something that is passionate, catchy. Maybe you can say that you are here today to help all the founders here at Founder Institute to solve all their problems going to market, because usually they think that they have done a good research, but how they have done the research is not perfect because of this and that, and this is how you and your solution, you are helping them so that they better differentiate, they better understand what you are saying. And the second point was that when you mentioned the problem, you mentioned the problem and you just proposed the solution. And when you were proposing the solution, you did not focus on your secret sauce. Maybe when you were presenting the problem, maybe by just highlighting why you are just coming here with your own solution, you better to understand, because there are a lot of solutions out there. It's true that on the competitive part, you said that those solutions are not available in Africa market, but I think you should also focus on the differentiation. What makes your business unique versus other business? You did not highlight it enough. So that were the 2 points that caught my attention. But thank you overall. key elements were in your presentation, and they were good to follow. Thank you.
Thank you. Azuka, do you have any comments for him?
Yes, I think that it's a solution that is really you know, especially in Africa, well in demand. So like the last mentor said, you have all the right elements in the presentation. You also have a good product. So the question is ensuring that you understand how to you make good use of your spend to get value out of your product, you know, ensuring that you are able to communicate what you want to give because you have a very viable product. And that's what the last speaker also said. He didn't get what you were communicating or what you were selling out of your presentation, but you have a fantastic product. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I don't know, was it over at my end? Was the slide moving? Was the slide moving or was it?
No, the slide was not moving at my end too. So
I mean,
I
so
don't
why
know.
was your slide not moving?
His slide?
It was moving here. I was moving it. I could see it.
Well, it was static on
static
my screen
first
here. Maybe it's the network. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Shamsuddin, I hope you're ready, but not with your phone. I hope you're ready.
He's still using his phone. Please just mark him absent out of this session when he's ready to do the right thing. Founders, at this stage, there are certain habits or actions that we don't expect you to display at this stage. For those of you that have cross-mentor idea review, so please save us, you know, some time and you know, yeah, it's serious business that you're here to do. But when you display certain actions, it's as if you're not taking what you're doing seriously, and that does not leave a good impression. Yes. Okay.
Okay, thank you. So we're going to on to the presentation, then thereafter the questions and answer. Dr. Salisu, who's supposed to do the presentation, isn't here. So we'll be taking across, you know, we'll be having a chat with each of our mentors. So the mentors, you know, we have Franklin on board and also Azuka. Just chit chat with them before we go to the before we go to the Q&A. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes on go-to-market and scale, whatever you want to tell them in 5 minutes, thereabout.
Okay, so yes, they can speak to, you know, the different, I mean, some of that has already come through the feedback they've given in the pitches, but basically we want to hear from the mentors how to prioritize go-to-market initiatives at the beginning of the business, then how to evaluate different models for growing the business, also how to develop marketing message. I think, Catherine, you can copy this and put it in the chat so that the mentors can take a look at it and then share. And then the best techniques to test messaging and customer acquisition channels, how to measure conversion rates, unit economics, how to set growth goals, how to develop a growth plan, how to leverage advisors to set and develop their growth goals and plans. So the mentors can pick out of the 9 and talk broadly, you know, about it before we go in for the. That's my suggestion. Since Salisu is in another meeting, yes, I mean longer than he planned, so he's not able to come in with his presentation now.
Okay.
So Franklin and Azuka can just
yes, I was wondering how to start. So we just take any topic and talk on it.
Go to
in the chat box. Yes. So
go to market
in the chat
strategy
box.
Yes.
Okay.
Go-to-market
You put it.
strategy.
Okay, so I talk about go-to-market strategy. Yes, that's what I was going to pick. Okay,
Yes.
so
Yes.
okay, do I go ahead?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay.
You've seen the chat, the
Okay.
list in the chat? Mm.
Yes, I have.
Yes, she has.
I have. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so one again, they say that if you look at the statistics on this side of the world, that's the US, they say that a lot of businesses get to $3 million, but are unable to scale. Now, if you were to look at it from a Nigerian and African perspective, you know, a lot of businesses will raise the first seed fund, the second seed fund, and beyond that, they don't move beyond that. What are the issues? One major issue is the go-to-market strategy, and that's why it's important. Now, a couple of things to look out for. Define your goals. You know, in a lot of the presentations, I have seen that the goals have been defined, you know. A couple of opportunities remains the revenue targets, you know, because in defining your goals and in looking at how much are you going to make to stay afloat, you will also be looking at how many touch points in terms of customer acquisition you need to do to get there. So that's very critical, and that's how you prioritize at the start. Identify who your target is. A lot of you did that. Do your market research, competitive insights. But then looking at the market research and looking at competitive insight and knowing who are the people who are in the market does not address, you know, what the size of the market is for you. So you really need to look at the size of the price, you know, what their competitive advantage is. What are you bringing to the same market that you offer in niche, and how do you make sure that you're able to get customers moving from here and there, you know? And then, you know, market research, really gathering insight on competitive insight means even looking at, you know, their funding, you know, their how they raise funds, you know, what's the revenue is readily available, are they profitable? Those are the kind of things you need to do. And there are tools nowadays. There's is it OTA? There's one of this marketing research agent companies that if you pay, you get the OLA, I think it's OLA, that you get this kind of information from. Then product or service readiness. I can give a couple of examples from your presentation. Assess your product's unique value. If there is no unique value, you're already in trouble. So take, for instance, if you want to look at the option with farmers, I see you're saying you want to test with 100 farmers, you know, you want to give them IoT devices and all of that. But then what is the unique value? We're talking carbon footprint here. Have you looked at what the biggest issue around the farmers are today? You know, remember, it has to be in the community where you are operating. So the problem with marketing is that if you're not selling value, you're not really able to market. It becomes a nice to have and not a must have. At the end of the day, you might be going somewhere, you know, with a product, but solve an immediate problem first. Then channel selection. You can't be everywhere. Have to focus on a couple of channels and then spread into other channels. You know, so you have to prioritize certain channels. You have to rank the channels and develop a fist-based approach. And these all have to happen at this point, because if you're not able to see at that level, you know, then customer acquisition becomes shaky. And then, of course, you have to establish metrics and benchmarks. If at this point, if at month 3 and at month 6 and at month 12, you have not achieved X, Y, Z, you shouldn't be able to scale to the next point. Remember, you're using investors' money. So that's the summary for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Azuka. Okay, Franklin?
Yes, I will first answer to one question. So the first question is how to design a marketing, the question was how or to develop marketing messages that resonate with your target audience. So my answer will be in 5 points. The first point is to identify the main pain points of the customers, the main pain points in the market. And once you have identified the main pain points in the market, you have to position yourself by focusing on the unique value, unique things that you bring to the customers that are different from all the competitors out there, and that is solving the huge needs of the clients. And now the third point is try to design your message and bringing in an emotional appeal, because usually making your message functional usually is difficult to sell. I will take an example just to illustrate that just after. And the fourth element to consider into it is the incorporating the social proof, a proof, a proof, a proof of what you are saying. For example, why is your product the best, or why should people use your product? And also at the end, a clear call to action. So I can take just an example. So there's a business that is helping children develop their critical thinking by by connecting them with great experts in the world. So first, identifying the pain points. I can just list 3 or 4 of the main pain points. Is that parents or schools, they spend a lot to develop maybe the talent of children. Maybe in schools, they have a lot of teachers at home, they have tutors, they have even follow up by their parents. By the end of the day, their grades do not improve very well. Their level is not reflecting what their parents or schools are expecting from them, although they have spent a lot of money on them, a lot of time on them. So that is a key pain point. So how, when you're assessing the level of those students, you are thinking that they are working behind maybe their critical thinking ability, behind their genius. So crafting a value proposition. For example, you might say you will help the students maybe to develop their critical thinking by connecting them with tough experts in the world. That's the value proposition. But now transforming it to make it an emotional appeal. So you have to use a lot of emotions, use a lot of simple terms that will help connect effectively with the audience. For example, you can say that we transform, when you are communicating to parents, for example, you can say, we transform your child into genius. That is just an example. So to make it emotional, to make them feel the value that you are bringing, and making it emotional, they can easily connect with it, and you can easily sell it. And the fourth point is incorporating a social proof. It helps to clear the doubts in the heads of the audience. For example, you might say that more than 100 parents have already tested our product and they're totally satisfied because they have seen that the level of their children have improved for more than 15% in just 3 months of testing. And the last point, you have to finish it with a call to action. Usually, a lot of people are communicating, but there's not a clear call to action because they have mixed things into their message. So once the customer get the message, he's confused of what is expecting from him, or there are a lot of things that the customer is supposed to do. Having a simple and clear call to action can help you turn the conversion of your messages. For example, if you are just sending a message, you can say, you can help your child become a genius. Just contact us today and we tell you how for free. It's just an example that can help to turn into action. So that are the 5 points that I've touched: identifying the pain points of the customers, crafting your value proposition by differentiating yourself, using a lot of emotional appeal, incorporating social proof, and a great call to action.
Okay, thank you, sir. Zuma, you have any short discussions on growth to market, any short talk for them before we move into the breakout rooms? Founders, I expect everyone's camera to be off. I expect all cameras to be switched on for all founders. Catherine, please, anyone whose camera isn't on, please send them out of the room immediately. Please do that immediately until they switch on their cameras. Thank you.
Hi, Shagun.
Okay.
Good afternoon,
Hi, Zuma.
everyone. Apologies, I joined in late. I had a conflict. It's nice to meet up with everyone. I am not really prepared for this, but let me just do a quick run through. When it comes to go-to-market planning, from conceptualizing your product, you need to have an idea of who your target audience, the people you are building for, where to reach them, how to reach them, and how they like to be reached. So it's important to define all of that right from the product conceptualization. Because if you have a product already, and that's when you want to start figuring out who you want to sell to and how you want to sell to them, your product might not be a fit for them. So it's important to have a clear idea. And when you have when you have defined all of this in your conceptualization in the early stage, and you're ready to take it to them, then you have to craft a compelling brand story. Your brand story needs to have certain parts: the problem you're solving, how you are solving it, why you are the best person to solve that problem, and the people you are solving it from. You need to build your ideal customer profile. Have a clear understanding of who your customers are, what they do, what they like, where they hang out. And that will determine where it is you will reach out to them. And that determines, and you need to have different, you can have different personas for your products. And your different personas, they might be on different locations, different channels. So you need to craft a story that resonates with each of the demographics, and also share the story on the different channels that appeals to the different demographic also. When it comes to scale, I typically tell founders to don't be too quick to scale. I know the startup life is all about hyper growth, hyper scale, but it's important to achieve product market fit first. Be sure that your product is something the market wants and that you're willing to pay for before pursuing scale. And you need to define how you want to scale. Are you scaling vertically or are you scaling horizontally? Are you introducing more products into the market? Are you trying to upsell the current people you have? Or are you scaling across different locations? And if you're scaling across different locations, what metrics are you looking at? What are the things are you looking at locations with better purchasing power? Are you looking at locations with a higher population? So all of this, they are not generic. They are usually specific to each product. So there are certain products that they are only sellable. Let me limit this conversation to Nigeria, maybe in Lagos and in Abuja. Those are like the only places where they are going to be profitable, or maybe Port Harcourt. And you're operating in the North Central, so you're operating in Abuja, and you're looking at scaling to neighboring states like Niger, like Kaduna. It's not going to work there. You're not going to achieve profitability or get good returns on your investment in scale pursuits in that space. So you have to be strategic about how you approach scale. And when it comes to going to the market, data is very important. You have to listen to what the market is telling you, validate your products, listen to your customers, aggressively pursue data, ask questions, the people that are using your product, ask questions from the people that are not using your product also, and know why they are not using it. Listen to your customers. They are the ones that will tell you what to build next and the improvement to make on your product. I think that would be it for now for me.
Hey, thank you very much. Thank you, Zuma. Okay, so we'll do this next. We already spent, time has really gone. So we're going to do the Q&A quickly, then we'll now go into the breakout room. Catherine, I'm in order, right? We'll do the Q&A. So questions for the mentors, go to market and scale, questions for them. I see Chioma. Yeah. Any other person? Any other person? Chioma is up.
Yeah, I have a question. So I have a question for the founders. So yes, so my question is this, so because we're talking about go-to-market, so is there a plan for you to sell your product to any of us on this platform? Because I think the customers, there are customers here for everybody. So, but I don't get that feel, or I don't sense it. So that's just my my question to them, or my chat, my charge.
Okay, Chioma. Okay, the charge. Yeah. Chioma, your question.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. And thank you, mentors, for a fantastic conversation or presentation. So I have two questions. My first question is, what do you think about collaborating with your competition when trying to enter into a market? So let's assume, or let's say, like someone like me who is building a legal tech product, and I'm looking forward to going to the market, and for that, I am doing a campaign for it. I look for I am not the first to do what I'm doing, because there are other legal tech apps there. There's also the traditional legal industry. But I'm also looking forward to but I'm also looking for a way whereby I can work with my competition, that is the other legal tech apps, as well as the traditional industry, to get to the market and to achieve trust faster. I understand that in as much as, oh, okay, it's a fantastic idea, I need to start thinking like a businesswoman. So that's my first question. Then my second question is with regards to financing. So many of us on this platform, we're bootstrapping, or let me speak for myself. I am
Speak for
bootstrapping.
yourself.
Yes, so I am bootstrapping. And I would like to ask, does financing needs to be available before you can go to the market, or before you can effectively activate your go-to-market strategy? The reason why I ask is that because before creating a plan and all that, I tried using multiple channels, created messaging for our various target audience, use multiple channels, most especially online channels, to try and reach these people. But they trickled in 1, 2, 3, 4, and I wasn't meeting up with the metrics which I had set for myself. Reason why we had to think fast. Let's activate this go-to-market strategy. How can we do this? Should we work with our competition and all? But then finances is a huge limitation. So I would like to ask, are there any interesting strategies that we could consider in deploying an effective go-to-market strategy? Thank you.
Okay, so that's open to all the mentors. That's the only question we have before we go to the breakout room, where they'll talk more. Should I party with the competition and all of that? So I don't know who wants to go first.
I would like to go first. Thank you for that question. When it comes to competition and partnership, for me, I always say it's better to collaborate than compete. What collaboration does for you is it gives you resources that you wouldn't typically have access to when you're going it alone. For early stage businesses, even for large stage businesses, it's important for you to be able to give value and also receive value from people operating in the same space. And you can also cross-sell and upsell one another's product. But in engaging in partnership, it's important to also perform some level of due diligence. What am I bringing to the table? What are these people bringing to the table? Do we have a value alignment? Are they ethical people? So you need to ask yourself those questions and be sure that there is a fit before you engage on the partnership, and have a clear idea of the value that you are taking as well as the value that you are also given. Those are my thoughts on competition or partnership. Regarding financing before G2M, you don't need, financing makes it easier, but we also need to be realistic that not everybody is going to get financed. It's not everybody. So it's important for you to try and get your business to as many people as possible within whatever limits you have. A very cost-effective way to get your products across to more people is through community building and leveraging on communities. So let's say I'm not quite familiar with your product. I know you said something about legal products. Assuming, I typically tell people, build a community before the product, such that when the product is ready, there will be the first set of people that will use your product. They will be your beta testers. They will test your product, they'll give you feedback, and they will make it better for you. And most of the time, they will be your first customers. But if your product is ready and you don't have a community yet, it's important to start building it now. And also, personal brand positioning. You need to position yourself as a thought leader, as someone who knows what she's doing, who is an authority in the field of the problem you're trying to solve. When people can see that you're actually solving those problems, that you're qualified and you're solving those problems real time, they will be the ones asking you that, how do we benefit from the value you have? And then at that point, you'll be able to upsell your product. But please don't sleep on community. It's never too late to start building one if you don't have one yet. Thank you.
Thank you, Zuma. Yes, any other insight into the questions from?
I will try to focus a bit on go-to-market strategies, maybe without funds or without enough of finance. Yeah, in entrepreneurship, usually the most challenging part is to sell products. And a lot of, and even with finance, if you don't have a good go-to-market strategy, you will see that you will be burning a lot of cash, because maybe your go-to-market strategy is either not effective, or your product or your message or everything is not effective to make a good reach. So there are several strategies like community building that have been said before. There are other strategies. Just take, for example, you are offering service. So once you have identified those who are in need of your service, one of the things that you can do, you can even start by providing your value for free. So once you provide your value for free, let's say maybe to a certain amount or certain number of people, it helps you also to prove your concept, to test that your product is working. And once now your product is working, you can now ask those people to start making referral for you, share their testimonial. It can help you, you can build upon that to start on the market, because usually as you are starting the market as a beginner, most of people won't trust you because you don't have a social proof. So you can leverage that at the beginning, maybe because it can help you in the future to sell your product better. And there are other strategies that you can apply. For example, attending events. When you attend events, you get closer to a good number of people. Like, for example, going to the Chamber of Commerce. There, if you are doing B2B marketing, there you can connect with a lot of people, meet a lot of people, and try to understand how you can better collaborate with them. So it's a great opportunity, because usually communicating with people online is quite difficult. But when you have the direct contact with the person, you can easily create the bonds and position your offering. And there are a lot of other strategies out there, like partnerships. So if you try to identify the good partners for your business, because just having a partnership can transform your business from zero to hero, by identifying the right one, by seeking the good approach to meet them, and you can leverage both your strengths and to build something great. And there are a lot of strategies that you can use that you can use without finance. I can just add one more. Like for example, hosting events. I can just take an example of hosting events. So if you are selling, for example, a fortified rice to women for their children, so you can try, for example, when you go when there are a lot of gatherings, you try to organize events, you involve a lot of people, you share them a lot of tips, maybe how to eat healthy, how to take better care of children. It helps you create the bond with them, and now it's easy for you to position your product and to sell. So there are a lot of strategies out there. My advice is just to try to brainstorm and see what is feasible based on your team number, based on your resources, and based on the impact that you are willing to achieve. So there is not a magic source out there. So you have to test a lot of things and see what is working. It's usually difficult at the beginning to test, but it's a lot of effort that you are doing. But once you identify what is working the best for your business, or all the rest of months, you will not be doing a lot of hard work. So that's my answer for that. Thank you.
Thank you. When I heard Chamber of Commerce, my mind just went to Azuka. Azuka, any input for them? Any response to? Azuka, while Catherine gets us ready for the breakout room. Azuka, do you have anything for them? Okay.
So
we'll
I've
move
dropped
on.
the link in the chat
Okay.
box for them. Go to market strategy for startup. Thank you, Step. Read. So I think that is in your resources. So there's some tips there. So read. Like I said, community. You heard was my community. So we're already a community here, aren't we? So try and sell your products to us. And that's why that pitch needs to convince us. So it starts from here.
Thank you, mentors. So we'll be going in now to the breakout room. Founders will be split amongst all mentors, and each mentor will be assigned a breakout room. It's for final discussions. And then there'll be a feedback pitch where they'll talk about, sorry, that's where I missed it, where they'll talk about their one sentence pitch. And also the pitch for them will be strictly on their go-to-market agenda, if you permit me to use that. What are their plans for go-to-market? So mentors, please, you have to pitch for 1 minute. 1 minute, and you have to rate them. The slides are 3 slides. The first slide talks about their one sentence pitch. The second slide talks about their value proposition. And then the third slide talks about their target acquisition channel. 3 slides, I'll repeat. The first slide is about their one sentence pitch. The second slide, their value proposition. And then the third slide, their target acquisition channel. They will be timing themselves. The leads, the founder with timing knows himself already. So they're just to pitch to you for 1 minute and you give them feedback. We're going to be doing that session for the next, the breakout room will be for the next 30 minutes, 30 minutes thereabout, so we can wrap up on time. Thank you. So Catherine, please move us to the breakout rooms.
Where is the Azuka? Is she out? Let me chat. You have her number now. Chat her that the breakout session has started. So
Well,
keep preaching. You get better. I mean, there's a lot of content, that is being shared. If you leverage that content, you'll be shocked at the level of transformation. That's it. And you must have different versions of your pitch, different versions, different templates until it looks good and you don't see us punching holes in it. But if you're not making use of the resources that we're sharing, you just be going around and around in circles. And what it is here, what the platform is like when you're giving an open book exam, right? That's what it is. So what it's an open book, but if you don't read the book, how do you answer the questions? How do you get? So it's an open book. So company building, tips, tools by excellence. And you don't have to lump everything up, trying to do everything all at one go. You take it step by step by step by step by step, and then you're building out, growing, scaling. The whole process is in here for you.
Is it possible to have two different pitches with very different asks?
Different asks. Well,
Let me
I was going to run that through you,
now,
Segun, as well.
Yeah, now, see, this is how it goes. Your ask actually comes from your plan. So, what's my plan? And what is the funding required for my plan? So, for instance, I say I want to target 5 million customers in the next 1 year. And these are the resources I need, which translates to this amount. So it's about going from what they call a work plan to a work plan costing. So by the time you cost what you require, you would have an ask. So why would you have two ask? But I'll give you a little cheat here. Now, you have your plan for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and 5 years. You can tell a potential investor, I need $1 million in the next 5 years. For year one, I need $1 million. Oh, sorry, I need $5 million in next 5 years. This is how I need it. For year one, right now, I need just 1 million. For year two, I need another 1 million. Like that. So you staggered your request to incline with your plan, but that you'd have an absolutely different ask. I don't see a scenario where that would be tidy. Tidy. You could.
The reason why I was asking that was because the other ask was not monetary.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes, like what ask can that be in terms of every ask would always be translated to money anyway.
Let's say,
but what ask can not be money?
Okay, so let's say an example of an ask that I'm looking for, let's say a major retail partnership.
Okay.
And if I can get that major retail partnership, I already have a working product. I will not necessarily need that much of monetary ask because everything is already working and I'm just needing that particular major retail partner.
Okay, so I think that's
Okay.
in that case you're talking about you of course a different pitch because you're pitching to a potential partner. Now you want to tell the partner certain things possibly an investor might not be interested in doing or something like that. Yeah, so that's a different thing entirely.
Okay, so
That's a different thing.
I get what you're saying. So in that case, in that kind of pitch, I should be pitching to a partner, not an investor. Correct.
A partner, not an investor.
Okay.
Now,
okay.
if a partner decides that your offer looks very attractive, I just don't want to be a distribution partner. I want to invest in the product. Then it comes in and then you'll probably say, okay, I want to invest $1 million in your product. 800 is in terms of using my distribution channel. 800,000 comes in you using my, and 200,000 comes in me putting in funds actually. So, discussion could go way back, which brings me to this part of this accelerator. Remember, you were to do a 3 pitch using, they told you about the F5, about 5 templates for doing your pitch deck. This is where you really get pitched for all those templates because I think it was Franklin. Yeah, Franklin was one who mentioned to, who was it pitching? It was Pisbello who was pitching, and it was throwing a lot of buzzword out there, technical words out there. Wow, 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 wow. It's very impressive. It's actually a KPI, sort of, an indicator. If you're talking to technical investors who understand this whole carbon thing, they will just, in fact, they're watching. If you don't say those technical words, they'll knock you off. But when you're not talking to people who just have money and who just are looking for something to put it in, and you start throwing all of those technical things around, they just tell you, whoa, 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 skip that side. How much money do I make? So you actually discourage them when you try to throw them off balance. Franklin, anything on that?
You're right. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, so the thing is to milestone your ask. In summary, milestone your ask. And again, like when we keep talking about the sums, so if in the next 1 year you need like a huge sum, so in the immediate, like in 3 to 6 months, what do you need? Okay. So that may be, except where you have like a syndicate of investors. Okay, and a lot of times they invest as syndicates, and so once you get the first investor in, then the others begin to throw in their money like that. So your ask needs to be milestoned. Yeah, and so it's very interesting. But it's just the information, and then the know-how to do it. That you get you. The chairman's hand is up. Chairman, you need a lot of office hours. So yeah, ask your question.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon, everyone. So,
Hi.
to add to what Madam Ajima said earlier about this being an open book exam, and also what she mentioned about building community and taking advantage of the FI community that we're right now. I think it's a fantastic idea that we all do that because we are all professionals in our own various field, and there's a service, 1 or 2 services that we could engage in. Like for instance, Toby from my spur reached out to me, I think on Monday, that she has a whole network of people who will be able to provide freelance services for you. So yeah, we could reach out to her. Me on my own part, I'm a lawyer. I have expertise working with tech companies, and I'm willing to give free advice. If you need me to look on the documents, need me to ask me any question, ask me. After all, that's what Legume is doing. Then Mr. Bayo, no, sorry, Mr. Babat Sunday, I think, who pitched earlier in respect to the research work that he's doing. I believe that us, all founders, we all need data. Data is a very big aspect of what we are doing, especially getting into the market. So please don't be shy, don't be hesitant, reach out, and yeah, it's a really great place for us to build partnerships. Thank you.
Okay, so you know how you're going to reach out. Share your link. Share the link to that app or to the platform or to the website, and then we can onboard. That's marketing, sales and markets. As you are pitching, share, the right way to message. Okay, so but this week is go to market. So all of those things you will learn in the videos and the materials that we must be your first customers here. If you can't onboard any of us here, you've not succeeded, founders. At least even if we don't continue, we will even do a round of subscriptions. And we'll also help you to share the link and forward it. Am I making sense?
You are, ma.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, so I don't know what else there is to talk about, except just keep up with the work. And where I call away, office hours is available, and just do the work. Yes, Joel, why are your co-founders? You are still alone.
Yes, ma, for
No
now. Yes.
co-founder.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Yes, ma.
Okay, talk by battle. Okay, you have co-founders. Co-founder. Okay, you've not onboarded them yet, but you need to work on it. And then the cap table. You guys said you were having problems with your capitalization table. Okay, I guess we can look at that during office hours as well. All right. So, Mr. Shagun, anything to add?
And nothing from my end.
All right. So I hope you've all had a good session. Yes, no, yes, no.
Wonderful.
Yes,
Wonderful.
ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Good, great
All
session.
right. Okay. So enjoy the rest of the week. And
All right.
bye
Bye.
now. Yeah,
Thank you.
bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, Mr.
All right,
Shagun.
guys. Bye.
Mr. Shagun.
Thank you.
Good
Bye.
evening.
Thank you, Mr.
Bye.
Shagun.
Bye, bye.
Bye.